Hi, scholars. Today we have another home learning lesson about our new unit, Unit 9, called Our Needs and Wants. Now, we're going to start with some learning objectives first. Now, today we're going to identify and name features of informational text. We're going to make predictions about needs and wants. We're going to listen for a purpose. And our purpose is to recall key details about needs and wants. Now, as I read the book, please listen for key details about needs and wants because we're going to chart it here in this part of our lesson. Okay. Now, when I finish, it will be your turn at home to write about some needs and wants that we heard about in the text. Okay, so let's get started reading our informational text. Now, informational text provides us and gives us a lot of information. So, what is this part of the book called? The title. What is this part? Who is this person? If you said the author, yes, you are correct. And what is this called? This part of the book? The front cover. Very good. Now, as we look inside informational text, we see there's a table of contents. And that tells us what we're going to be reading in the text. So we have some words to think about, an introduction, 3 chapters, and a conclusion to wrap it all up for us. Okay, so let's get started. Here are some words we want to think about as we listen to the story. Afford. So she can afford to buy something with $3. So afford means you have enough money to pay for an object. You can afford it. Choices. So you make choices every day. You make a choice. You want to eat an apple or you want to eat a cupcake. You make a choice. Needs. Needs are things we need to have to live and to survive. I need water, like that little girl, but I don't need a telephone. This word is wants. I want a telephone, but I don't need it to survive. Shelter. We learned about shelter in previous units, and this mobile home is a type of shelter for people. Animals have shelters too. And the last word to think about is the word save. Like people can save money in a bank. So maybe you have a favorite toy that you really like and you want to buy. So you save all the money you get from cleaning until you have enough to buy and purchase that toy. When you're an adult, when you're an adult, you might want to save enough to buy that car that you want or to pay off your college tuition. So saving is you're not spending your money, you're keeping it and you're putting it aside and saving it for something larger. Okay, so let's read our introduction. We all have needs and wants. Needs are the things that all people must have to stay alive or survive. Wants are the things that we may like to have, but we do not need. We can live without them. So let's think about this. Food. Is that a need or a want? That's a need. Clothes. Is that a need or a want? That's a need, right? If it's really cold outside, you need some clothes to keep you warm. Shelter. Is that a need or a want? It's a need. We need shelter to be safe. A pet. Is that a need or a want? That's a want. You want to have a puppy, but you don't need it to survive. A computer. Is that a need or a want? It's a Want. You don't need it to survive, but you do want it to use it for school. An MP3 player, so that's like something you use to listen for music. And games, are those needs or wants? Wants, very good. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and read chapter 1. What are our needs, our human needs? We all need air, food, and water to live. We're going to write that sentence frame so that we can do it today at home for home learning, okay? So think about or write down some things that we need to survive as I continue to read. These are the things that help our bodies grow and stay healthy. So those things we all need were air, food, and water. We all need blank to survive. Let's keep reading. Shelter is where we live, and clothes are what we wear. Our homes and clothes protect us from hot and cold weather and keep us safe. So, yes, we need some clothes to keep us safe and shelter to keep us safe during all the seasons. Chapter 2. It's called What Are Our Wants? So, what are some things that we want? Wants are things we like but do not need to survive. Wants are things that make life easier or more fun. People want many different things like computers, pets, bicycles, and trips to the amusement park. What are some things you want? I might want a new telephone, but I don't need it to survive. Or I might want some jewelry, like a necklace, but I don't need it to survive. Let's keep reading. How do we meet our needs and wants? People work to meet their needs and wants. People grow food to eat. They make clothes and build homes to live in. So those are some things we need, right? We need food, we need clothes, we need shelter. Oh, we need water. People also work at jobs to earn money. People use the money they earn to pay for the things they need and want. So the shelter that you're in right now, your home, people need to pay rent or mortgage on that home, and we need it to survive. And we have a job so that we can earn that money and pay for our shelter. Most people do not have enough money to buy everything. They cannot afford all the things they need and want. So they have to make choices. So we need to make a choice. When I go to the store, I want to get already all the toys I see. But I don't have enough money to afford that. So I need to make a choice. Do I buy Areli her diapers or do I buy her the toys she wants? I have to go with the diapers because she needs diapers right now. So I know in your family, you have to make choices too. Often, people choose to buy the things they need first and save the money they have left over. They save until they can afford to pay for the things they want. So, like this boy, he has a piggy bank and he's going to be saving until he has enough to buy what? What does that boy really, really want to get? Can you use some visual clues? He's really wants to get a bicycle. He's thinking about that bicycle on his thought bubble. What would you like to save money for? So maybe I want to save money to buy that jewelry that I mentioned. In conclusion, to wrap it up, we all have needs and wants. Needs are things we must have to live. Wants are things we do not need to survive. Each day, we choose between our needs and wants. By working and saving, we can meet most of our needs and wants. So here's examples of some needs that we need to survive, like clothes, food, water. And here are some wants that people just want to have, like a pet, video games, and toys like teddy bears. Great. So let's go back. And I said we were going to be writing in here. So I want to write down some things that we heard about in this text. Now, can you remember what we heard about in the text? What were some needs from the text? We heard that we need water. What else did we hear in the text? Oh, do you remember? We need clothes. Do you remember what else we need? Water, clothes, shelter, a place to live, right? And there was one more thing that we really need to survive. Food. Okay, so I know those were some key details that I heard about in the text. Here's some needs. We need water, clothes, shelter, and food to survive. What were some wants that we heard in the text? Oh, sorry. There we go. Some wants. Oh, I remember on the last page there was a teddy bear. You remember what that boy was saving for? A bicycle? What else were some wants? A pet? Great, I'm hearing a lot of great key details from the text. And if we don't remember, we can always go back to the text. Oh, a pet, some games, and a teddy bear. Teddy bear, bicycle, pet, and some games, some video games, right? Now, how do we meet our needs and wants? We save, we cook, we plant things. So in order to get food, we can plant a garden and get food that way. We can work, have a job and get paid, right? Work, have a job. What about if I really want to buy a necklace? How can I get what I want? Remember there was a piggy bank, and what do you do in the piggy bank? you can save. So you can save your money to get what you want. Great job today, scholars. So that's how we wrote down some things that we heard about needs, wants, and how we meet those needs and wants. Okay, so for today, I want you to write at home. Oh, there we go. Oh, no. There. Sorry. I was trying to make it aligned. So I want you to write using this frame. We all need blank. So I want you to write down some things we all need to survive. Okay? Another thing I want you to write is something you might want. So I might want jewelry, a teddy bear, a new game that I saw come out, a movie that I saw, right? So you decide what you want. And you have to write some things that we need to survive. Like, look at our chart here that we wrote down. This is where we wrote down some key details. You can look at that to write in the first language frame. On the next language frame, just think about some things that you might want. Maybe you want a cupcake. Okay. And the last thing I want you to write is I want to save for blank. So I want to know what would you save money to get? I want to save for a bicycle, or I want to save for a jewel, a necklace. Okay, so I wrote it down here. So on this last one, I wrote down I want to save for a necklace. I might want a new telephone. We all need water and to survive. Okay, boys and girls. So don't forget, take a picture or a video of your finished home learning work using these language frames for today. You can pause the video here so that you can see it. And let me make this window bigger so that you can see the words clearly and you can write it at home. Okay? So let's make sure we can see it correctly. There we go. Okay, we all need blank. The next one, I might want blank. And the last one, I want to save for blank. Okay, you can pause it so you can copy this language frame. Okay, I hope you learned something great today in our new informational text about our needs and our wants. See you next time, guys.